morning, Monday the 1st of June. Such a beautiful morning. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Beanbag nearly let me down again there. Such a beautiful morning. I opened up the garage door. Let the little cheapy birdies in. So, well, not let them in, let their noise in. Today's workout. Emom McMommyface. I knew I'd get that wrong. Emom McMommyface. You try saying it. Emom McMommyface. There we go. Right, so an emom. An emom is every minute on the minute. And this is going to be for 5 rounds. So you'll start your clock, and then as each minute goes past, you'll do a minute of power cleans, 1 minute of hand release press ups, that's HR, hand release, 1 minute of jumping squats, and then 1 minute of ab mat sit ups, and then you'll have a minute's rest. That's 1 round, okay? So 4 minutes of work, 1 minute of rest. Count all your reps over the 4 rounds, and then you'll have 5 different scores for the 5 rounds, okay? So 4 minutes of work, 1 minute's rest, 5 rounds. Let's have a wee look at these movements. So, for the power cleans, you've got quite a lot of options for the power cleans because you can do them single arm or 2 hands. Two hands, arms, you know what I mean. So, let's have a look. We'll start with some dumbbells. Okay, so if you've got dumbbells, of course, if you've got a barbell and you want to use that, I don't put that stuff in the video because so few people have got barbells. But if you've got 2 dumbbells, then here's what you're going to do. You're going to stand with your feet just about hip width, maybe just a tiny wee bit wider than hip width apart. You are going to push your bum back behind you, squeeze your armpits shut so that you keep your chest up and the top of your back flat, stick your butt out behind you. You're going to bend over at your hips and your knees until your weight touches the ground. Drive up with your legs. The weights come round and then you just drop under slightly to catch them before standing up, okay? So 2 weights, touch the ground, come to your shoulder. Touch the ground, come to your shoulder, okay? Now if you're doing this with 1 dumbbell, what I would suggest, it's not what I suggest, what I'm telling you to do, is that you touch the ground between your feet. Okay, so touch the ground between your feet and it comes up onto your shoulder. All the rest of it, all the rest of the mechanics are the same. Now, of course, not everybody has dumbbells or kettlebells, so you could use whatever you've got available to you. If you're fairly new, although I do have a separate beginners video, if you're fairly new, a couple of bottles of water all work exactly the same. Okay, or 1. Now you can fill these up with anything you want. They don't have to have water in them. They could have gravel, rice, got a bug in my mouth, gravel, rice, dirt from the garden, dirt from your neighbour's garden, anything that you can get your hands on and you can squeeze into the bottle, you could put in there to fill it up to whatever sort of weight you like it to be. Nuts and bolts was something else that you could put in there if you want to make it a wee bit heavier. Bottles are a pretty good option, but if you don't have, I'm not sure why you wouldn't have water bottles or wine bottles or some sort of bottle, but if you don't, then I used this a lot before I built up the kit, the gym kit that I've got in the bag, in the gym, in the garage. What is this? What's even going on? So, little backpack. I've got various bits and pieces in here. So I've got hammers, spanners, anything heavy-ish. Some people fill up their backpacks with books, bags of rice, again, stones. One of my friends filled their bag up with rocks. Thought it was brave, but it still works. And then you might want to pad it out with like the bubble wrap that you get in your millions of Amazon packages that you've been ordering to stop it from like perforating. Although my tools are slightly starting to perforate through my backpack now. So if you have something like this, then just make sure you've got a good grip on it. You can either hold on to handles or hold on to the bag itself, and then the mechanics are just going to be the same. It's going to touch the ground between your feet, come up. Obviously it can go onto your shoulders, so it's going to come around and catch, in this case, under the chin with your elbows underneath it before standing up. It's just the same, okay? So that should give you plenty of options if you're still struggling for gym kit. A nice piece of gym kit to get is a power bag, which is a sort of sausage shaped, I don't know why I'm looking around, I know I don't have one. It's a sausage shaped bag with handles on it. It's about maybe this sort of length. And it's really, should have handles on the ends, handles on the top, maybe a couple other handles. And you can do a lot of different things with it. And the reason I'm mentioning them is they seem to be a bit more available than dumbbells. Dumbbells are still hard to get. So that's the only one that requires kit. Everything else is straightforward. Press ups. So for your press ups, start on your hands and your toes. You're going to go all the way down, chest touches the floor. Okay, just a wee rest on the floor. Hand release. Press back up until your arms are straight. When you set up for a press up, have your hands shoulder width apart with your fingers facing forward. That's shoulder width apart. Your shoulders are not this wide, okay? Illusions of grandeur. Okay, this wide, elbows tuck in by your sides. This is actually really important, guys. Elbows in by your sides. You want to protect your shoulder there. Your elbows go out. You could end up with a little problem in your shoulder there. Not going depth. Now for scaling, you can do these on your knees, or you can put your hands up higher onto something. Okay, now if you're doing them on your knees, I suggest that you start from the top, knees down, chest touches the floor, hand release, back up to your knees, back to your toes. Okay, so you always start and finish on your hands and your toes if you can. If you can't, then miss the hands and toes bit out and just work from your knees. It's fine, you've just got to find your level for working at the workout. Okay, I'll go into further scaling options in the other video for the total beginners. Then I just cut myself. Jumping squats. So it's a squat with a jump. So squat, jump, so on and so forth. If the jumping's just like that, then just do the squat. Okay, of course you're trying to get good depth with your squat. I've mentioned this a couple of times before, and that is if you're struggling with your depth, then put something under you as a target so that you know that you're going a bit lower. Ab mat sit-ups. I appreciate not everybody has a ab mat, but if you do, here's what you're going to do. Soles of the feet together, so the soles of the feet are touching each other. Go all the way back, touch the ground above your head, come all the way up, touch the ground in front of your feet. If you don't have an ab mat, which is this, you can get them on Amazon. I checked last night for £10.55, free delivery. If you don't have one, roll up a towel, put it behind you in its place. You can do ab mat sit-ups without the ab mat, so just like I showed you, but with no ab mat, a wee bit more difficult. You could do any other type of sit-up, so you could just hook your feet under, like under a dumbbell, under a weight, under anything. You don't actually even have to put your feet under something, and just do like a regular sit-up. That's okay too. You could do a V-tuck. Any other core movement that you find suitable for you and where you're at is fine. And you get minutes rest. Whew. Right then. Go do it. Be amazing. Be awesome. Enjoy all this sunshine. Bye bye.